I'm only speaking to benevolent beings. It's important to also remember that these bitches, what comes out of them is lies, cons, and deceit. So in those moments, if you are one who is being attacked, try to remember the basics. Don't panic. Take a deep breath. The first thing you're going to be looking for is the logic that's missing in whatever they're trying to say to you and whatever they're trying to force. To remember that they absolutely have no justification and no reason for harming you. If they were telling the truth, if they were right, they wouldn't need to harm you, number one, and they wouldn't need to use technology to try and force it. They also wouldn't have to hide and use technology to forcibly obstruct universal laws and universal law correction. So if they were right, they wouldn't need to hide, and they wouldn't have to use technology to try and force it. Because the truth would be, the truth can stand on its own. So if they're using technology, and they're forcing implants, and they're trying to force harm, then what they're saying and what they're trying to force are lies. And again, always be doing your best to find the logic that's missing in their nasty. There's no reason for them to be harming you. There's no reason for them to be forcibly connecting to you via technology against the revocation of your consent. They have no justification whatsoever. I don't care what kind of vomit is coming out of their vomit holes. They don't have justification. Especially when they're using tech to obstruct universal law correction. They are in the wrong out the gate. They're dead. They're parasites. They're insane. They're rabid. And they need to be terminated. So always know that you are in the right. Always know that you are justified in protecting and defending yourself. In forcing out animated dead entities that should in no way be forcibly connected to you via technology. That technology is not allowed in this universe. They should not be using technology to forcibly mind rape and to forcibly try and hack into beings. Like that's one of the highest violations. Mind rape is one of the highest violations of universal laws. In how they're using the frequency weaponry. Like, what I'm saying is that technology doesn't have a benevolent purpose. So those are things to remember in those moments if you find that you are being forcibly attacked. And to know that you outrank a parasite. You outrank an animated dead entity that shouldn't even be here. And definitely try to be releasing all forced fear. You always have to remember, if they're forcing technology, if they're forcibly trying to harm you, that's their fear. Because they know, even as insane and rabid as they are, they know that they're in the wrong. They know they shouldn't be doing that. They know that they're in violation of all universal laws. So it's their fear. So remembering those things about them in those moments when they try to come at you, be recognizing that they've raped some of your frequencies, and they're trying to use your own frequencies to try and scare you. Like they're trying to wear your stuff and then come at you and try and scare you. So the second that you realize that they stole your frequencies, you immediately, the second you realize that is the second your frequencies immediately revert back to you, is the second that you are then at that point operating out of your own frequencies again. And then you recognize that they're the ones in fear. And they have no business being there. They have no business trying to harm you. No business trying to force technology onto you. They just have no business there. They're dead entities. They shouldn't be there. They have no business there. You have no business with them. They have no business with you. Those entities should have been terminated long ago. And do your best and use whatever tools that you have and have been working with to force them out, to terminate them, to dissolve them, to collapse their malevolent frequencies, devoid of anything that they've raped from benevolent beings, also devoid of all technology, clones, clone surrogates, and magic. Dissolving them, releasing them to the Creator, to be removed from this dimension, from manifested creation, because they shouldn't be here. Moved to entropy, or just, you can just release them. Releasing them in their collapsed frequency state. devoid of anything raped from you, devoid of all technology, magic, clones. You know, however it is that you got to force them out, terminate them, send them packing, however it is you got to do that. Because they don't belong here. And something has gone awry in this universe to where I don't know why universal laws is having such a, because universal laws is not a being, it's a force. So I just keep hoping that universal laws itself starts to pick up a pattern and starts to recognize that things are being moved manually to universal laws multiple times or over and over and over that should have been taken care of the first time. It's good to also, if you are one who has been working with universal laws, be asking universal laws to locate all forced magic and obstructions that have been forced into and or onto universal laws, along with the knowledge of the entities that forced it, for immediate correction. Because they've been, I don't even like to say it, but just in saying what I said, it's important to do that often. So, okay, so those are, I wanted to just make light of those things and bring awareness to those points. And I hope that benevolent beings that may listen to this are doing what they can to stay strong, using their tools, trusting themselves and having faith in themselves, knowing that they can protect and defend themselves. It takes work to do, but it can be done. And I hope that benevolent beings out there are realizing that they can, and that they can affect change, benevolent, positive change, and that they can do something about something, and that they can protect themselves, and that they are in the right and justified in protecting and defending themselves. Yeah, and doing whatever it is that they can to help themselves get stronger and fight back and defend themselves. Okay, so I'll go ahead and wrap this recording up, and until next time.